Hello, I'm Francesca Giacchino, an Educational Development Coordinator here at Wiser. Today I want to talk to you about the role of assessment in simulation-based education. Assessment is a vitally important part of the education process for your learners, and you should consider how assessment will be utilized with every scenario you run. Before running your simulation activity, you need to identify the purpose or objective of the event. Is the activity for teaching or testing purposes? Is the focus on the individual's performance, or is the overall outcomes derived from their performance? Are you evaluating the learner's knowledge, attitudes, skills, or all three? Whether the scenario is an individual or a group activity, the objectives should be clearly identified to ensure there is a clear basis for what will be evaluated. After you've identified the objectives for your simulation activity, consider what assessment methods will best evaluate your learners. Formative assessment monitors ongoing learning while providing feedback, allowing instructors to address problems immediately while helping students identify areas for improvement. These types of assessments are not necessarily tied to a recorded grade, but important to illustrate learner progression over multiple points in time. Formative assessments can include cueing and prompting during the activity, pre- and post-learning surveys, or direct feedback. However, summative assessments evaluate the overall achievement of the learning objectives and result in a score, grade, or certificate. Traditionally, summative assessments can be the simulation activity itself or post-course quizzes. Both summative and formative evaluation should be utilized to ensure quantitative and qualitative measurements accurately reflect the learner's growth. There should be a consistent and standardized way you collect, record, and provide assessment data. At Wiser, we utilize checklists and rating scales to evaluate team and individual performances. Checklists measure processes and outcomes and are useful to note if a specific task or action was performed. However, rating scales judge processes and outcomes reflecting how well the learner completed the task or action. It is important you follow every simulation activity with a debriefing session. Debriefing sessions allow learners to reflect on what they did, how they did it, and why they did it, so that they can learn how to improve. Debriefing also gives you the chance to complete assessments and ensure the experience's learning objectives were achieved. At Wiser, we utilize the GAS model for debriefing. The first step of the GAS model is to gather thoughts and impressions about the experience, which is usually accomplished by having participants share their narrative of the event. Then facilitate participants' reflection on and analysis of their actions during the event by reviewing the videos, checklists, or observation logs. Lastly, summarize the positive actions or behaviors while acknowledging areas the team or individual needs to work on. Remember, good debriefing occurs when good assessment tools are used. Always consider how you will incorporate formative and summative assessments when deciding what assessment tools you will utilize to evaluate the learner's performance. By aligning objectives, providing feedback, and using appropriate evaluation tools, we can create a meaningful simulation-based educational experience for our learners. We hope you found this video about assessment useful, and make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more simulation-based learning content.